it's 1,500 schools across the nation. I could be getting that number wrong. Somebody from Active Minds message me and remind me, but over college campuses and high school campuses. And that is so needed. And y'all, mental health is the most important thing. I don't know how to stress it enough. Our ability to be of service in this world is all predicated upon how much we are first loving and taking care of ourselves. So we've got to start there. We've got to start by loving ourselves, taking care of ourselves, valuing ourselves, practicing, real and solid self-care, and recognize that all of the wonderful things that come from getting your head and heart healed are immense. It's immense, the amount of things that come from that. But it requires us doing that work first. And when we don't do that work, all of that stuff, it doesn't go away. All of the trauma you've experienced in your life, all of the pains, all of the hurts, all of the things that sit in there that you think maybe you've dealt with, but maybe you haven't. If you haven't actually gone and worked through that, talked through that. By the way, plant medicine, that's another huge thing, and I'm a huge advocate of. I don't know where everybody stands on all of it, but I can assure you that particularly with the most recent data, things like psilocybin, CBD, THC, LSD, ketamine, DMT, when used responsibly and correctly and with a guide, can be so unbelievably powerfully healing in your mind, in your heart, in your body. So I would encourage people who are looking to really reset their minds, like to really try to overcome roadblocks. Plant medicine has proven to be an incredible avenue for getting through a lot of your mental and emotional roadblocks. Again, I am not encouraging anyone to just go grab stuff off the street and go do whatever. I'm encouraging you to go and research and source people, professionals, guides who deal with this stuff on a regular basis and who understand the attributes, qualities, power of these various modalities, of these various compounds, and that can guide you through true therapeutic session using a variety of these various plant medicines and modalities. It's real, it's true, the data is there to back it up. We got to destigmatize this shit, guys. We got to destigmatize it. It's not good for us. It's not good that all of it was demonized back in the 60s. We've lost decades and decades of true science that could have been done in all of this time that would have brought us to understanding all of these things decades ago and utilizing them to create a healthier and a happier populace. So there's that. Also, yes, Huberman does talk about this. Yes, listen to Andrew Huberman Lab. Fantastic podcast. Highly recommend. The guy is just a font of knowledge and very helpful for understanding how our bodies work, how our minds work, how various substances affect our minds and our bodies. So, Ferris Bueller's Day Off or Breakfast Club. Come on, that's impossible. I would say I'm going to have to go with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's so tough, though. Breakfast Club is so fantastic. They're both so fantastic, but I'm going to have to go with Ferris. But like John Hughes, everything. I mean, I don't know. Like, he was the best. He was so good. Favorite place I've traveled to. I don't know. I really like tropical spots. Hawaii, Costa Rica, the Caribbean. I don't know. I like wearing as little clothing as possible. I like wearing tank tops and flip-flops and board shorts, and being in sun and water. Just, that's my jam. So anywhere that kind of provides all of that stuff, I'm super about. What else? What else can I answer? What other burning questions do any of you have in your back pocket? What's the status of my community in OK? not happening at the moment, unfortunately. Some very interesting parties. I still would love to go build this movie studio, living community resort. That's what Wildwood is. That's what I want to do in this world. I want to go create communities and take care of people and give them better lives, particularly in the arts and sciences of entertainment, because that's my world and that's where I feel most called to be a leader and be a help. But I'd love to build one of these campuses in Tulsa or somewhere in Oklahoma. But the filming incentives need to be there robustly first, and ones that we can depend on, that have a runway. In order to go build movie studios, it's a lot of money, and you want to go build movie studios, and then all the filming incentives go away, and nobody wants to film in that state anymore. And that's kind of how it all goes right now. The studios, in an attempt to put more money in their own pockets, and this one, understandably so. If you have a place that says, hey, if you come and film here, we will incentivize you to do that. We will give you X amount of dollars back because you're bringing money into our economy. I think that can be a cool thing when done responsibly, and when done with the utmost, I think, integrity and responsibility. In order to really take advantage of that, those incentives need to be good, and they need to stick around for a while. And if I can find places where that's going on, potentially even in Georgia, because the incentives there have remained very good, and I think they're going to stay there, then I'd love to build communities in these places. But I don't know about Oklahoma right now, unfortunately. Do I visit Ventura? Heck yeah, I still visit Ventura. It's my hometown. My sisters are still there, my nephews. I love when I'm just like in the middle of a live and my friends just pop in. It's real fun. Oh, does my battery die? Oh, guys, I thought my extended my battery, my external battery was full, but it's not. So I don't know how long this live is gonna last because my phone might die. Do I like Taylor Swift? I love Taylor Swift. I don't like Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. And you can tell T Swift I said so. I think she's, I don't know, a genius, really. I mean, if you think about it. Not that she didn't have a lot of help along the way from her dad and the beginnings and, whatever, fine. But she's built an empire, a literal empire. And she's been very smart and savvy in the ways that she's done it. And she continues to make great fucking music. So, yeah, big Swiftie fan. Although I haven't been able to go see her in concert because that's impossible. Maybe one day. My favorite Flow product. Honestly, I love I love all of our products. Marcus and JR and myself, we set out and have held to. We're only making the best. We're not cutting corners. We're not putting the best ingredients we can put in there. And the formulations might be better or worse depending on what your diet is, or if you have intolerances to certain things. We try to make it as good as we can for as many people as possible. But all of the product is so good. If you guys haven't had a chance to go check it out, at Flow Sups, FLOWSUPPS, we've got protein and pre-workout, greens, collagen, hydrate, energy, shroomies. We've got NAC, and we've got NMN coming, guys. And NMN, it's going to be a very expensive supplement, just for what it's worth. But the amount of incredible ingredients that we're putting into it, really, that stuff alone, if you put it all together, it's worth at least twice as much as what we're charging. It is. But for all intents and purposes, NMN is kind of like, it's like the fountain of youth in a lot of ways. It activates your body in such incredible ways, restorative, reparative ways, that the hype is real. I mean, it's super good, and we've got an incredibly pure NMN blend that's got other active ingredients that really just kind of enhance that experience. But highly recommend checking all that out when you get a chance. personally, what I use the most of and what I like the most of is our protein, because I often need to just have, a protein shake. I don't always need the pre-workout. My energy levels are pretty good. I get a lot of my nutrients and collagens even from my diet, but I will still use the greens and collagen, because they're, first of all, they taste fantastic. Well, the collagen doesn't taste, which is fantastic, but it's got the teeniest little bit of sweet. So mixing it into your tea or your coffee is just choice. Our hydrate is one of the best on the market, using Himalayan sea salt and lots of other electrolytes, and not just giving you something that's full of a bunch of filler and sugar, which a lot of other hydrates do. Our Shroomies blend is fantastic. And again, these are all things that you can mix and match. Go look at other products that are on the market, and you can see where ours is superior. It really does come down to the lack of proprietary blend fillers. We don't use any of that stuff. We use just pure, awesome ingredients and products. So, yeah, go check it out. FlowSubs, at FlowSubs, or FlowSubs.com. Definitely worth it. Hello Italy, hello Chile. All right, I'm gonna give this, what is that, 8:11 now. I'll give this a little bit. Oh, Brandon, Angie and Brandon. Hi guys. What was that? Advice for a stressed out student in their last year of high school. Oh. Whew. I mean, that's big. You're in a big moment in your life. But an awesome one. So, best advice I could give you is, the best advice I could give you is something that I like to tell people in the beginning of their high school career, which is, don't give a shit about being cool, being popular. Don't for 1 second think that even the best of your friends in high school will necessarily be the best of your friends 10 years from now, 20 years from now, which is not to say they're not wonderful people, but lives go in so many different directions for so many different reasons. People go off to different colleges. They even if you go to the same college, you go off to different careers. You live in different places. You get married potentially. You have kids potentially. So let go of all of those preconceived notions or expectations. Recognize that you are yourself in a very transitional point in your life where anything's possible and everything is possible. And that's fucking awesome. So take the pressure off yourself. Go dive into where you feel most led to go. If that's into going to university straight out, go to university. If that means going to a community college first, and by the way, paying far less money for the first 2 years of college and basically getting the same education, which is what I recommend if you're going to go and do extended education. Go do those 2 years of community college, save that money, then go to university and, get whatever degree or, whatever you might need. Or going straight into the workforce and getting an apprenticeship with something that you are passionate about, but try to take the pressure off yourself. You're still young. You've got so much life to live, and you don't have to have it all figured out. But stay on top of your life. Like genuinely, don't. It's a balance of not taking things too seriously, but also taking them seriously. You take yourself seriously. Take your life seriously. Enjoy it. Find all the play. Find all of the joy and the happy and the fun. Find all that you can. But recognize that it requires us being responsible and putting hard work in and not waiting for other people to do the work for us and not waiting for other people to somehow come and save us from our circumstances, or to blame for our circumstances. A lot of people are just waiting for people to blame for their circumstances, and they want to maintain that victim mentality. That is the worst thing you can do. So yeah, that's what that's my advice for someone in the last year of high school. What else? What else we got? Pickle Rick. I do love me some Rick and Morty. No doubt about it. Getting a lot of hellos. Was my favorite chipmunk. Guys, I almost went walking on you there. Come on. Guys, Simon is the best, really. I like Simon the most. I like Simon because he's the nerd of the group, but he's the most responsible. Like, I love Theodore. He's so cuddly and, you know, like just biggest heart of the three, but kind of a dum-dum and definitely not responsible. Alvin is, you know, showboating narcissist, you know, has the first letter of his name on his sweater, but irresponsible. He starts problems that Simon ultimately needs to try and figure out, or Toby does, or Dave does. But anyway, what else we got? Favorite food? Pizza. Oh, what? Time remaining. They start cutting these off now? What? No, really? Have they always been doing this? I feel like I've been cut off before, but I feel like I had a lot more time. Well, guys, it looks like we've got 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. So to sum up, for anybody who's just getting here, love yourself. You're worthy of that love. Keep working on that love so you can be more effective in loving others and being a leader in this world and making positive change in the world. If you don't already associate with or support a nonprofit, go find one. It is a great thing to be doing in your life. It enriches your life, your soul, you as a human being. Trust me on that. Going and doing good for others, helping others live better, healthier, happier lives, using our talent, time, or treasure is a wonderful thing to do. The strike is absolutely, the industry strike, SAG and writer strike is absolutely necessary. We should all be standing with it. I don't know. Somebody asked me earlier, what can you do with somebody outside of the industry? I don't know, to be perfectly honest. I would say that, as I said before, we have to start really identifying the content that is truly made by humans and supporting that content. Because this strike, notwithstanding, even if we get somewhere good with this strike, AI will eventually start taking everybody's jobs. And in the arts, it's already happening. And so we need to really, truly support human-created content for the people, by the people. That's what we need. And what else? I think that's about it. That's about it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. I love you all. Thank you for over $1,000 raised, 55